All right, we're back. What's up, guys? So yeah, as the title says, Deji pretty much is making excuses after the fight and babbling on about nothing. Um, I personally thought you know, dude, for honestly, like this year, most of the streams have been unplanned except the Joshua Usyk fight. So we'll see how that goes. But I think probably. Yeah, I should screen share this. I'm going to screen share this video. So yeah, I'm going to break it down just a little bit. See how that goes. Just give me a sec. All right. Let's see. I think StreamYard made a couple changes to how you can present such stuff. All right. Let's just see. Okay, cool. All right. That's there. So I'm going to put this up just so you can hear it. All right. I mean, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue. So this is the first thing he wants to talk about, and the biggest, this probably behind his new deals he's had with YouTube and his awards and his fucking cameo in his brother's movie, as well as some other stuff. This is the biggest thing he's ever done in his career, like ever, right? And the first thing he wants to talk about is what Mayweather and his team want to do behind the scenes to get an advantage, quote unquote. So let's just listen a bit more here. So this is funny. So the guy who's had fucking just like four amateur fights, bearing in mind this is also an exhibition. Um, like I said, whoever his agent is, whoever his manager is, I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but Mayweather's done this thing similar to this in his career with Canelo, Medina, whatnot. Um, they're allowed to do it, man, and I don't think it's illegal either because there must be something in writing where changes can be amended or there can be stuff amended or whatnot. But you gotta understand, he's the A side, okay, which is very obvious, and we don't need to go into why. But if I was fighting Floyd, and like I said, other people that have fought him, do they expected this? But we've got this guy here, Deji, who has got, as you can see on the screen, he's got over 10 million subs. He's almost got 11 million subscribers, right? Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, well, there's bigger problems in the world, man. And also, what he said before about what? So the changes got made, and then he just went to the representatives of Global Titan and said, "Yeah, give me more money, danger money," as he says, danger money. I think that's a little bit weird, man. You seem pretty switched on when it came to this change. You know, Once again, grown ass man has got his mom and dad and his brother fighting for him when he's meant to be fighting in the biggest fight of his career. Um, you just can't make this shit up. I mean, his team as well in distress. They're distraught. Have composure. My goodness. I mean, like, you are literally being given the opportunity. You beat Fusi, a YouTuber who had lost his other amateur fight in a charity event. And like, I don't know what the complaining is about. Like, you knew this was going to happen, essentially. You are the B side, barely. You're more like a E side to this, right? You ain't fought much before at all. You probably got about 2 years of boxing experience all up, right? Maybe 2.5. And you want your brother to do something about it? Your brother ain't got nothing to do with this. He's got his own shit going on. He's looking a bit quirky out here, dude, with some of the shit he's been backtracking on. Anyway, go ahead. Ain't no one fighting for you though, dude. Fighting for you to get the change done. They ain't gonna do anything, dude. They're just some dudes that are coaching you, man, for a dime, a bit of a bag. Okay, only an idiot would believe that shit from someone else's team. Like, come on, dude, we're like halfway through this video, just about. Like, just so many lies. Like, a guy came up to you and said he's gonna go easy. Like, we're on some Jamahal shit stuff now. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit, dude? I don't look at it as like if I was going there with Floyd, like, given to how he's fought in all his fights. I mean, he fought that uh Takashi guy. That sorry, no. That's not the right word. That freaking blonde haired kickboxer that he fought in Japan in like late 2018, the last day of 2018, right? He knocked him out silly. Then he fought I think he fought Logan because COVID was before, and he beat Logan up. He wasn't going easy on him. Well, he probably was for a bit, but then towards the end, not really. Then he fought Don Moore, who he slapped around the ring and dropped. Like, what part of him going easy on you would you think that would be true? Like, and as for the clinch thing, like, I mean, that's probably a bit more believable because, like, Floyd was talking shit to him, but it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, it's a boxing match. You're gonna get hit upside the face, dude. You will get hit upside the face, and you will feel the punches. You know. You can't hear what he's saying. What's up, Mike? I highly doubt that. I'll put it a bit louder. All right. Well, not really, Dej, because like like at the end of it, dude, like, all right, thanks, Mike. Um, yeah, I'm looking at the chat on a different device as well. Can't hear Deji. You have to put your volume up. My volume's like halfway, dude. Like, if I put it any loud, it's gonna be too loud for me as well. But anyway, I don't have him on mute. But anyway, okay, dude, what you have to understand is that Floyd was actually going easy on you. I don't care how you felt in the ring because you're fucking lying. I mean, he's already said some lies in the stream already, but you have to understand he was literally not even hitting you clean, dude. He wasn't even hitting you clean in some of the first round. And even the clean shots were glancing. Your volume's up. Oh, okay. No, that's all good, man. Like, he was doing some like Roy Jones combinations, like on the arms and gloves. Like, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is crazy. Well, okay. So here's the thing, right? He's coming across Deji as a sore loser here. Like, there's no two ways of like spinning this because all his fans and all the Floyd haters out here, mostly Deji's fans, were saying, "Oh, you know, like there were actually people legitimately picking this guy to win the fight. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, and the running joke from the start as well that got used up in about a 24-hour period was." Floyd is so foolish to step inside one of the most dangerous people on planet, Deji. I don't give a shit if it was a joke or not because that thing ran out like dried paint, dude. It was a boring joke. It dragged on like silly, and that was it. And now that he's lost, people like True Geordie and other people are out here complaining that Floyd toyed him, that Floyd teased him during the whole fight, this and that. Oh, man, cry me a river. Deji probably got 6 figures for this fight. He got great exposure. He was on an event where he was treated to a standard that's normal for a Floyd fight anyway. What are we talking about here? Oh, and we got people making excuses out here for him as well. This guy's not even a pro fighter, and they're making excuses for him, and they're making arguments for him against a guy that's fucking 50-0 that used to be a professional fighter that was probably the best fighter of his generation, no doubt. And this guy's mad because Floyd told him in the clinch to not relax and this and that. So we'll continue. You didn't give him a black eye, dude. See, this whole thing, like, of him giving a black eye, see, this is what I'm saying, right? You want to come on this and have a moral victory, and that's fine, dude. That's fine, but at the end of the day, like, this is similar to what Logan was doing. Like, he was making excuses after the fight as well. You guys aren't shit, dude. Like, you guys are fucking YouTubers, TikTokers, social media influencers getting an opportunity to fight against guys that have had established careers, who are at the top of their game, who have done so much beyond your accomplishments. And you want to come out here and what? Complain about all this shit? I mean, give me a break. Anyway, let me check the chat. Volume's up, all good. What's up, TS Boxing? Salute to you. Stormy B, man. Salute to you, man. I like the emojis there. Those are good emojis. That's cool. But anyway, I'll continue to play the audio on this guy. That's a big lie. Cotto bruised him up. He had a blood nose in that fight, or a busted nose. He got cut by Medina when everyone was trying to say, oh, he cut Floyd. That's the first cut in his career. And then Floyd clowned those people afterwards and said that's the only thing you could pick up from that fight. The fucking fact that I got hit with a headbutt and that's the only cut I got in my career. Okay, he's never been bruised before. Dude, there's a little mouse under Floyd's cheek, dude. Like, it's not even a black eye. Like, give me a break. You lost. You lost. You lost the fight. You lost. You got stopped. You got stopped. You didn't even make it the distance. You lost. These guys run their mouth, and it's just like the pro fighters as well. The pro fighters do the same thing. Dillian White's a great example. They fucking run their mouth. They talk all this chatter before the fight, and then they get in there, and they'll either get their ass whooped in a loss, or they'll be in a close fight where they're gifted a win or some shady shit. But, I think, honestly, dude, like, at the same time, this guy's Deji has to be trolling. He's got to be trolling, dude. He's got to be trolling. And by the way, he's not a 50-0 champ. Like, again, that's just the most casual statement you could come across. Like, come on. That's ridiculous. No, you didn't. So what he means by that, guys, is that, what's up, Mark? Flawless mentality. What's up, man? Hope you're well, man. You got the emojis going as well. That's good, man. So what Deji means by he'll upload behind the scenes footage is his mum and dad and his brother and his team that was distraught fighting for him to get the glove change. Welcome to boxing, my man. Welcome to boxing. You and your brother want to talk shit about certain pro fighters, and then when it happens to you, when there's a glove change for you guys want to complain about it. You focus up now. You got to listen up, because you educated on the spot with this stuff. There's a saying where you learn on the job, yeah? But it's all good because nothing bad happened. He was holding back, Didge. He was holding back. It literally took you to dig up Fusi, who I think fought in 2018. Yeah, I think 2018 he fought against Slim, and he hadn't fought in 3 years, Dej. I'm pretty sure it was either 2 or 3 years. He hadn't fought in 3 years, Fusi, right? Fusi is a bodybuilder type of athlete, right? He got limited training, and it took you that long. This guy got knocked out by Vinny Hacker, dude. Like, he got stopped on the ropes against Vinny Hacker. And I know there's a few people in the chat who are like hardcore fans, and they don't pay attention to the scene of YouTube boxing. But I'm just trying to, like, not diversify it, but, just explain the foolishness of this, because I've followed this for a long time, and I actually made quite a following off of Deji's name, believe it or not. But that was a few years ago. But, acting all bad, I feel sorry for the next person that will fight me, this and that. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, you've lost against Jake, you lost against Vinny Hacker, you lost against Wasabi, you won against Fusi, which was a given, and now you've lost to FloYD. I mean, whatever, dude. Like, we'll continue. I mean, there's like barely a minute left of this video. I'm just wondering what else he's going to come up with. Welcome to boxing. Damn right. Yeah. I mean, when will they learn? When will they learn? He was literally a jester from a circus in front of you. He had his hands behind his back. He was taunted to the crowd, putting his hands up, doing the Mexican wave, this and that. Most of the punches throughout the night were landing on your arms. And bear in mind, you weighed about 20 pounds heavier as well. So let's just settle down on the excuse making for a minute, please. Look at this guy, man. Fucking Deji is legit pissed off that he's lost this fight. He's actually pissed. You can see it and hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his voice. You can see it on his face. Dude, us guys out here, we ain't made the money you've made. We ain't hit the heights of whatever on YouTube, the heights of achievement on YouTube or whatever. We don't have 10 million subs. We're not getting 100K likes a video. We're not having Look, this guy's got 19 on trending. You've got a good thing going on here, Dej. You've got a good life. I mean, for those that don't know, this guy literally sat around in his room in Watford, where actually Joshua is from, when his brother was making videos when he was like 17 years old, right? His brother was making around 300K a year by the time he was like 18, 19. These guys did not try at school at all. Okay, Deji followed in his footsteps. They started making videos. They went viral. And they were actually more likable back then, believe it or not. They were more likable back then. 100%. Right? And throughout years of doing this, they have made huge financial gains. They have had a great following. They've been able to travel. They've been able to do a lot. They've been able to do a lot just off the back of this. This guy wants to come out here and rant because he lost an exhibition fight, not even a pro fight, not even a semi-pro fight, because semi-pro is a term that's used in Australia and England a bit more. Not even an amateur fight he's lost here. He's lost an exhibition. And where was this fight? This fight was in the Middle East, by the way. This fight was in Dubai, I believe. Okay, under a pretty new promotion as well, bear in mind. Global Titans, I don't think Global Titans is very old, because I think they're a company that's based in Asia. He's so mad that he lost to FloYD. Oh, are you kidding me? Dude, my diner whinged for a bit. He complained when he didn't get the decision against FloYD the first time. But he kind of, licked his wounds and moved on. Look at my diner now. He's living life. He's like a barrel now. But it's all good. I'm going to play the rest of the video here. I mean, you got some bruising under here, dude. That's not shade or anything. You don't usually have bruising there. So, yeah, you do look a little hurt, but I give you that. You got punched in the eye like 50 times, dude, and then Kenny stopped it like you were hurt. Right. So that was him whining like a baby about the fight. So that's cool. Again, like, I don't care who the guy fights next, really. I was saying years ago that the dude was refusing to get in shape anyway. So it didn't really matter, man. It didn't really matter. It's a freaking YouTube fight. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about winning. Like, you're getting a bag, right? A bag that so many people desperately want in this sport, right? And you're here complaining about it. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, you watch, dude. Like, if people follow him, because I know some people from years ago were also following Dej. You follow this guy, he'll probably come out with more stuff on this. But I'm gonna take a look at boxing scene quickly just to see what's going on. Any news? I don't even like boxing scene, to be honest. But let me see. I'm just looking through. Give me a sec, guys. Bear with me. I don't see any. What's this thing Aaron said? Aaron said, I don't see any. Oh, man. I don't see any impediment to getting Fury Usyk done before Ramadan. What's Ramadan got to do with making the fight? I don't understand. Let me read this. Look, they said, assuming Fury defeats Chisora for the third time, December 3rd. Yeah, I mean, that's a given. Square off at some point late in the winter at a location to be determined in the Middle East. They want to fight in the Middle East, guys. They want to fight in the Middle East. I don't know what Ramadan's got to do with that. They observe the Muslim month for fasting, prayer, and reflection. March 22nd, April 21st. I mentioned Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE as countries that would host it. Why not Dubai? You know why not Dubai? Because Kinahan's in Dubai. That's why. Go one of the neighboring countries. Wherever he can get exposure, he'll be a star. Aram said, forget his fighting ability, which is obviously a higher plane. He's a showman. Where have you seen a fighter conducts himself like Fury does? I mean, there's been plenty beforehand that have been much more funny and much more of a star. So, anyway, whatever. So that's Aram's BS there. Haney, Bob Arum hopes to televise Haney Loma on ESPN, not on pay-per-view. Fair enough, because the Tiafimo fight wasn't there. Crawford says, I don't really think it will damage my legacy if Spence fight doesn't happen. Oh, hey, this is what everyone's been on hard. They've been on the Spence Crawford stuff. You guys have probably heard it all before. Hey, you ain't seen no videos from me. Shit, I haven't seen anything. Dude, the first thing of this article says that Crawford wants to fight Spence in 2023. Then why are you saying it don't matter? Let me see this. He's a very unique guy, this Crawford. Well, I think it's a great fight for both our legacies and for boxing as a whole, Crawford told Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, I think, a lot of people is reaching when they say it's going to be damage to my legacy. I'm a three-weight world champion. I'm a former undisputed world champion. How many times he said, 1, 2, 3, far out. Four times within like 2 sentences. Three, sorry. I've accomplished a lot in boxing. That's true. So I really think I don't think it will damage my legacy. It'll just go down as one of the biggest fights that's ever happened. You look back at, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Aaron Pryor, Crawford said. They never fought each other, and both of them is still considered the 2 greatest fighters I've ever fought. Oh, man, let me check this on BoxRec, because I want to I got alarm bells ringing off right now about that. Yeah, let me just see this. Let me just check this, because sometimes when we go back to the 80s, I wasn't born around there. I'm a younger cat, so although I followed it. Aaron was 39-1, right? Cool. Let me just see this. Let me see this. 77 to 90, 74. All right, cool. Wait, hold on a minute. What? What's this guy on about? You guys are, dude, this guy is mad. What's he talking about? Let me check this. Back then, the weight classes were a little bit different. They were altered. You do realize Ray Leonard only fought at super light like a handful of times. And then he fought at 147. And then he fought at middleweight and welterweight. What's this guy on about? Of course they didn't fight. Aaron Pryor literally had... Dude. Aaron fought at fucking lightweight, and he fought at super light, right? And then he fought at super welterweight. Give me a break, dude. They never fought. Yeah, I mean, shit, that one. Dude, I'm not even gonna go into that. Oh man, this guy is something else. Dude, I'm not even gonna read this. He says so many times during this whole thing. I'm not repeating that. I've been doing all I can to get the fight. Yeah, all right, whatever. I don't know, man. This my whole opinion on it is that Crawford. I don't even think he's scared or anything, but it's all about the money for him. Like if he can get an easier fight for more money, he'll take it. He said it before. Fury open to facing a certain guy again, but only if the guy comes to the UK. I mean, you had the chance to have the fight in the UK way back in 2013, and you didn't. Well, you guys in your camp came up with every excuse not to take it. So, whatever. Yeah, we saw that one. Hearn talking shit. It was something that was months ago. Tank fighting in Washington, D.C. Okay. I mean, they got the worst crowds there in Washington, D.C., man. Carlos Adames trainer. This was a while ago. Take it to the bank. This man will beat Jamal Charlo. Not after that. For a couple of rounds, you did, man. You look like freaking. He looked like what do you call it? In Mario, the dry bones, the turtles that are like just skeletons. He looked like one of those guys in the fight, dude. He looked like he was about to crack in half or something, dude. Just fall apart like a brick, like a skeleton, Yeah, that's it really. That's it for the news there. There's not much there at least. So yeah. Again, we had the UFC on the weekend. Maybe I'll do a different stream for that. But for those I've talked to about it, I think Israel totally blew it. Actually, let me see if I can bring it up. Israel versus Alex Giff. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'm pulling this up so the UFC don't give me another strike. Let me see this. Let me see this. I'll get some of these up. Yeah, Israel was winning this fight, dude, and then he completely blew it. All right, let me screen share this for a bit. Give you some visuals. All right, let me see. Yeah, this was the hook that hurt Israel. It actually hit his arm on the way through, like it hit his bicep. It was almost like, I wouldn't say it's a gazelle hook, but Fahea got to the front foot on it. This was in MMA over the weekend. Yeah, he hit his bicep. It kind of glanced. But then it landed on the chin against Israel. And then there's this other gif here where he's just throwing these uppercuts, dude. Like, then he goes down. And then he's getting hit upside the head here. Oh, no, that's where they stop it, yeah. But that uppercut there, the left uppercut, he hit him so hard, dude, that shit vibrated through his arm, dude. But this is good, man. I think Faheda can fight on the inside well. If I ever see him fight on the inside, I'm going to pick him, dude. This is on the inside, this stuff, dude. But he's just wailing here. He's trying to get him out. He's down on the scorecards. Woo, he's in trouble here, dude. He would have got put to sleep, dude. I'm telling you now. Woo, that uppercut is nasty, dude. That left one didn't land clean, but you can tell the power on it. He misses the uppercut, then lands the right, and then Mark steps in. Like, I don't know, man. People say early stoppage. He went down, right? He wasn't holding properly at all. He was out. Hit, and he, like, where he goes into the ref, watch, because he's taking like one unanswered, goes down, another shot, miss, hit, and then he like swings into Mark essentially there, even if he wasn't there. Like, I thought he was done there, me personally. I mean, you can't be putting your head down like that and like expecting that the ref is gonna like just let it continue. Like, that's not intelligent defense, that. You can't just be putting it down. But I mean that's MMA for you. And apparently Israel also got arrested at the airport. For what do you call it? He had knuckle dusters at the airport, dude, and they told him you got to get rid of that shit. Apparently he got arrested, but then, dude, I don't even know, dude. Like, apparently some fan gave it to him or something, but I mean, I don't even know, dude. Let me check some other results of the weekend. Sure, dog. What was the fight? Chandler. Reyes. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Reyes versus Span. Let me see. Got to see John Jones back. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you, man, if you mess up in MMA, you gotta pay, dude. So these are some of the gifts. Yeah, dude. Span is a dirty fighter, dude. He went for the back of the head on that shit. Let me see. Mike said, nah, they didn't say you have to get rid of it. This should come with us. Did they? I didn't. I just skimmed through the article, Mike. So like, I was just like, unless you're cracking a joke or something. Sometimes I can't tell. But nah. I mean, apparently a fan gave it to him, and then he took it with him to the airport, and then he disposed of it. So I don't know, dude. But I'm gonna pull this up. So this was like on the prelims. This fight. This was against Reyes, who I was looking forward to coming back. I thought he could win this fight. But, I mean, he fought a guy, for one, that was a lot bigger than him, which they would understand. But Span is a dirty fighter, in my opinion. He purposely aimed for the back of the head here. They arrested him. Yeah, they did. They did arrest him. I mean, the guy's an idiot, dude. Let's be honest. All of the guys are idiots. So this was Span, and so he whacked him on the back of the head. Now the left hand did stun him, but the right hand put him down, and then he landed the ground and pound shot there. Like, that's a blatant back of the head shot. Like, he was not aiming for his face, dude. You don't throw it like that. You can actually hear it on the what do you call it? The like, you can throw a straight right hand down there, but what's this guy do? He decides to throw at the back of the head. He was actually losing the fight. It only went for like 30 seconds. But he pulled his pants. You actually see Span actually pull his shorts up because he's getting frustrated with how the fight was going because he couldn't really get the guy clean. So he decided to throw at the back of the head. This is a slow motion shot. You could see his eyes. He just wings it. He just like aims for that backside, man. Like, that back of the head shot literally flunked him all the way to do a 180 on the ground. Like, you can see Reyes, like, he's stunned, right? He got stunned, but he still knew where he was. But this back of the head business, dude, I'm telling you, any combat sport, probably kickboxing, you see it less. But, dude, in MMA, it's becoming even more common now. Like, it just is. This is a different angle. Like, he can throw a straight right here on the chin, but what's he do? Throws his damn forearm into it, dude. Bing. Straight line. Pop. Back of the head. And then when you go down, right, that's another head off the canvas bounce where it goes bing, like that, right? So immediately you're more discombobulated than you are. A lot of fighters aim purposely to the back of the head because they know they ain't saying nothing. Oh, yeah, dude, they get no warning. Example, Ruiz. Let me see Ruiz, dude. Like, Ruiz is a bad fucking rabbit puncher, dude. If he fights a certain someone next, you watch, he will throw rabbit punches like never before, dude. Because these guys get away with it, man. I can't stand the rabbit punches, man. I can't stand them at all. Can't stand them. Pretty bad, dude. You cannot be aiming for the back of the head. You will kill someone. You will kill someone. Dude, that's not a strong part of the head. That's the weakest part of the head. The back. The front is the strongest. Either the front or the top. I think the front, because that's your forehead. That is your forehead. You know? Ruiz damn near all knockdowns behind the ear. Dude, I mean, let me pull up fucking Ruiz versus Ortiz gif. Right? I mean, let me see, dude. Ruiz is a dirty fighter. I don't care what anyone says, dude. He's a fucking dirty fighter. There's guys that are more dirty. I mean, is this an elbow to the face? This looks like a good elbow to the face, dude. I don't know, man. That looks like an elbow to the face. I know I've not seen this possible. Let me pull a video up. I don't want to see. Heyman is gonna fucking block the video. PBC, sorry. BFTB's going in. I don't know how BFTB can be bothered, but each to their own. Ruiz versus Ortiz. I might just screenshot it, sort of thing. Whoops. That's on volume. Even the AJ fight, dude. I don't know. That's probably not an elbow. He probably followed through on that. I'm just trying to pull this video up. That first knockdown was just... That second knockdown was not a knockdown. There's no way. I mean, dude, Ruiz lost that fight. He got outpointed, in my opinion. He was getting his head jabbed in. I mean, all he was doing is waiting on that right hand, dude. Like, he barely landed any left hooks. His left hook used to be his best punch, dude. I mean, Ruiz is short, dude. Let me see this. I'm going to try to slow this down just so I can get it right on, because people were trying to tell me that this was a clean shot. Because Ortiz blocked the punch. I'm just trying to see. Yep, there it is. There it is. Got ya. Yep. People were trying to say that this was a clean shot. Ortiz was winning that fucking round as well. Right there on the back. Because before, he aimed for that shit, dude. He aimed for it, dude. He aimed for the back of the head. Like, why are you aiming for the back? Like, he's got all this to work with here. He can throw an uppercut, but he goes for this shot. That's his signature shot, dude. He will throw that shit like loopy, dude. He'll throw it. Like, I'll go for it again, dude. Like, he got caught in southpaw here, and then they tied up. Right? I'm going to play it slow, because then Heyman's just going to block the video. Right? Look Ruiz. Look at Ruiz, right? Boop! Right at the back. Man, fuck that guy. Dirty fighter, man. I'm telling you. He better make sure he's on his A game for these other fights, dude, because he's getting knocked out. Ruiz ain't all that, dude. I've been saying that for a long time, dude. That's why everyone was so critical when AJ lost to him. Who the fuck was Ruiz? I don't think he does anything spectacular. But you know what? At least he's better than Dillian White. Let's check what Dillian White's doing. He's fighting next week. Ooh, big moment for Dillian. Fighting next week. Fighting next week. I'm surprised I've not seen any pictures of weightlifting on here. He's got Buddy McGirt as his coach. Like, that will make a difference. All right. Let me see. Anything I'm doing? I don't even like the dude, but I'm just gonna use his name for clout. I'm gonna use his name for clout. Nah, man. Actually, let me see this. Let me see this shit. Hold on. I'm telling you, man, people. Let me see this shit. Because he talks about the Fury loss here. I haven't seen this interview. You know what, dude? I don't care if my video gets blocked. I'm going to play this. All right, I'm going to play this interview. I mean, I doubt it, Mike. I really doubt it. But it is Dillian White, and he's not fixed the issue yet. And he won't fix it again. The time for fixing that shit is over. Dude, it took you too long because you refused to fucking get it done in any other way that was supposed to be done. So what did you do? You fucking made everyone drag their feet. We had to literally wait till the last minute, the last second for you to freaking sign on the dotted line. So you shut up. What? Like coming out left-handed in southpaw? Yeah, that was a great idea. Come on. What are we doing here, man? Listen. You got knocked out. You could barely stand. Push or not, you could barely stand. You got up. You didn't even want to continue, to be honest. You looked at the fucking ref. It got stopped early. What, like the last time it got stopped early as well against Povetkin? Jeez Louise. Nah, you ain't fought again. Listen, dude, be quiet with that fucking excuse. What? Wait, you tore. Let me look this up because I used to do a bit of study on this, but Ligaments in the foot, because he said Achilles heel. Let me check the chat. Thought I was the only one that couldn't hear the fighters. Really? You can't hear Dillian? Oh my god. Sheesh. Hold on a minute. Let me go back a bit. Tell me if you can hear him now. Damn, what's going on? Hold on a minute. Let me stop share screening for a minute. This is crazy. Really? Audio. Test. What about that? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, I'm just playing around with the setting. No, he said no. We can hear me. Oh my god. What about now if I play it? Hold on.
In terms of the night at Wembley, it was obviously a huge night for British boxing, a night that you'd wanted for so long. Things obviously didn't go your way that night, but but how do you look back now, Dilly, when you think back to that night with Tyson?
There's lots of things that wasn't going my way, but I was the enemy going in, so I shouldn't have.
When I share screen, it doesn't. But you should see Dillian's face. But I'm gonna play this, okay? I'm gonna debunk this bullshit that he's saying, okay? It's fun. It's literally funny watching him try to explain the bullshit. Like, he actually believes it.
I've been surprised, obviously. I wasn't surprised, obviously. A lot of things didn't go on the way it should have, or didn't went the way it should have, or could have gone. But that's boxing. These things happen sometime, obviously. There's lots of things like, I think the fight, obviously, got stopped too early. Obviously, I got hit with a good shot. It's boxing, you get hurt. I've been down in fights before and get back up, obviously got hit with a good shot, pushed me over, and then when he pushed me over, I ended up fucking twisting 2 ligaments in my foot, which obviously, I had to take some time out. That's why I haven't fought again.
Okay, that's a lie, because you went... No, dude. No. You went down... You went down straight. You didn't fall back and roll. You went down straight. Okay? You went down straight. That's a fucking lie, dude. You must have... Dude, you got a medical suspension. Like, I think he must have. That's bullshit. May, June, July, August, September, October. October it got announced. This guy's a fool, dude. Let me play it.
Again since then. So, and obviously, the boxing board didn't follow the rules as well, because if you go down after the bell, they're not allowed to stop the fight. They're allowed to send it to your corner, send the doctor to intervene. If you beat the 10 count, they didn't even do that. They just stopped the fight, which is a big massive breach. But it is.
Oh, you are pulling everything out of your backside. This is ridiculous, dude. This is ridiculous. Like, if you beat the 10 count, the doctor comes in and the board comes in. What the fuck are you on about? Did they do that shit when, who's a good example? Did they do that shit when David Price and Povetkin went in there? They didn't do that at all. To his defense, Fury did the same thing he did to Steve Cunningham. Well, that's a little bit different, because he like forearmed him in the face. Yeah, no Saved by the Bell, I thought. I don't even know, dude. I mean, the Cunningham one was very dirty. I'm not completely disagreeing with Dillian. I think the push was not needed. But still, I mean... Anyway, let's continue.
It is what it is. It's boxing. These things happen and you can cry about how you move on. I choose to move on and to try and make the...
Well, you haven't moved on because you're still complaining about it.
Improvements that I need to make and come back better.
So there is no bad taste from your side. It's just about getting back to that point, and that's something you firmly believe that you will do.
I want to get back and get back into contentions and obviously try and get a rematch with Fury at some point, God willing.
Let's talk about what
That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening at all.
business is to come. Jermaine Franklin, obviously, a little bit later on this month in a couple of weeks. Why Jermaine Franklin? What do you know about him and what are you expecting as well?
He's undefeated, he's hungry, and it's always hard to defeat. I fought a few undefeated fighters before and defeat them. It's always hard to defeat an undefeated fighter, he's got quick hands, he meet the criteria at this stage of my career. Obviously, when I come back, I could have come back and fought someone who's had a bunch of losses, had an easy fight, gone out to America and fought in some undercard, have an easy fight back and come back, but you know me, and I always want to have the best fights I can, and at the time, with everyone being tied up with the titles and this and the other, he was the most logical fight at the minute, and obviously, he's saying all the right things, he's training, he's in Fury's camp training, obviously, I think he thinks that gives me mental edge over me because I just lost to Fury or whatever, and he's saying that, he's gonna knock me out, and he's a hood warrior and stuff, so, last thing I heard hood about him was Little Red Riding Hood, so, let's see.
Like you say, you're saying the right.
Little Red Riding Hood. Hey, you just make sure you win the fucking fight. How about that, huh? Win this fight. Win this fight. Yeah, and you can fucking gloat all you want. Because you gloat over every win you have. I mean, when you beat Chisora, who was a journeyman, you were gloating. Clown. Absolute clown Dillian is. Little Red Riding Hood. That's a little bit amusing to me, but come on, Dillian. Fucking give me a break.
And the right things. He believes the fight's going to end with yourself on the canvas, and this is his coming out party. But when you look at his resume, Dillian, do you not think he truly realises what he is getting in there with on November 26th?
When you're undefeated, you have a air of invincibility about you, and I think he genuinely believed that, and I think obviously, but a lot of people don't underestimate me and think this and that until when they get in there and I start putting hands in them, I'm going to put more, I was going to say something crazy, but it's alright. I'm not going to
say it if you want.
I need to chill, it's not fight week yet, I need to chill. I was going to say some wild shit, but then after I changed my mind. But yeah, I'm sorry, I was laughing, I was going to say,
We'll leave that to everyone's imagination, I think, what you were going to say. You always promise maximum violence, Dillian. In your head, do you want to win in style, a big statement KO victory? In your head, do you have to return to winning ways in a certain fashion?
I want to win in style, I always try, even fights when I'm up on the scorecards, as you see, I always try and I'm not guys, I don't think, I'm on the scorecards, I'm going to try and win, like against Parker, I almost got myself stopped because I was trying to stop him up until the last bell, you know what I mean? So I will always try and stop these guys, and I always try and press the fight as long as the fight goes on. I'm always trying to do more than the last guy did at it, you know what I mean? I'm always trying to do more, so, I'm going to press and I'm going to try and knock him out,
Just final one from me, where AJ was out in Abu Dhabi, of course, few media outlets caught up with him. He's always said that a rematch with you is the fight he wants more than any other fight. All going well, you get past Jermaine Franklin in stunning flying colours next year. Is that a rematch you want as well?
It's a logical fight, but obviously Jermaine Franklin's undefeated and he's hungry, so I'm not looking past him. Obviously, I see he's looking past me and saying he's going to knock me out and he's going to fight Joshua next and all of that stuff. So good luck to him and all that, but November 26th, shit.
And that's the end of the interview. Well, Franklin be wearing some big gloves. Are you talking about in sparring or in the fights? Because I think in the fights, the gloves he wears, he's got to pick a different pair, dude. He's got to pick a different pair of gloves, in my opinion. Straight up. Franklin's got to... I don't know. I don't think Franklin's got to win it. I don't think he's got to win it. He doesn't set punches up enough. He's got to be in shape, dude. I don't know if he's in shape. These guys, man, he's like 300 pounds almost the last fight. You can't be doing that. Crazy, man. Fucking... Dillian wants the Joshua fight. That's what he wants. That's what this fight is about. This is a warm-up, and then they're going to give Joshua next. There's probably a rematch clause in this shit, believe it or not. There probably is. As usual with these Dillian fights. If he wins, though, nah, he don't need to run it back if he wins, though. Oh, no. No chance. No chance he's doing that. You know, he'll just skedaddle, you know. Yeah, Dillian White's never in shape either. I don't think this fight will go long, though. So I mean, Dillian's probably in worse shape than Chisora. At least Chisora tries to push the pace in a fight. But still, you know, really means nothing in the end, does it? So that's just what it is, you know? Straight up. I'll wrap this up in a minute, but if you guys get any more questions or thoughts, feel free to put them in the chat. You know, what's this? Oh, it's just a YouTube notification. There you go. Yeah, but I mean, look, dude, there's not really. I mean, boxing is in the shit house, and it has been for a long time. You know, that's just what I think. You know, why do you think I don't go live much? You know. Oh my lord, dude. Yeah, I mean, that fight next week, I mean, I think Dillian will knock him out with a left hook, me personally, face first, you know. Even if White wins, folks gotta see he really ain't the goods. He's never been the goods, to be honest. I had hope for him years ago. He was actually better years ago, funnily enough. But, you know, he refuses to improve, dude. He refuses to improve. No one ever talks about that, though. Like, they'll only have a go at certain guys for saying they don't improve. But these guys that they get behind haven't improved at all. If anything, they've got worse. Conditioning-wise, fitness-wise, and technique-wise, they've just not got better at all. You know what I mean? And I'm not even saying they have to be light years better than what they once were. I'm just saying, like, just show us something a bit different. Like, every fight, tweak up the hook. Don't load up as much. Be in better shape. Have better footwork. Add a new layer of defense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do that. If you can show me, like, 2 or 3 things, not even big things, right? That's better than some other stuff. You know? That's just what I'm saying, man, you know? Like Chisora, right? What's he going to do different in this Fury fight? Nothing. He's going to walk forward. He's going to walk forward and just walk onto shots and get leaned on, and he's going to tire out quickly. You know? That's all it will be. You know? Nah, same old White. Well, Mike, he used to be quicker. You know, you did used to be quicker, and he had better counterpunching back when he was younger. You know, but the style is the same. I mean, even Chisora said it the best. He fucking, you know, what the fuck was this? What the fuck? What the hell, dude? I was just looking at something that's funny. Chisora forward and just throw shots and gas out. He's going to walk onto one. He's going to get fucked up, Mike. He's going to get so beat up, dude. All he's got is an overhand right now. That's all he's got. He used to throw a really good left hook back in 2012. What a piss take, dude. Seriously. He's going to walk forward. He's going to get hit with shots on the way in, right? Then he's going to get tired, and then Fury's going to back him up. And then he's going to get leaned on. He's going to get choked. He's going to get elbowed. He's going to get punched in the back of the head, right? And Chisora's way too small for him, man. I don't care how strong Chisora is, dude. He's not bigger than Dillian either. Because Dillian was actually bullying Fury in that fight, but he didn't do it properly like he was supposed to. But Chisora is going to get fucked up badly. He's going to get the shit beat out of him. That's why I said, like, I don't want to see the guy fight again, dude. Like, that's it for Chisora. He's going to get hurt. He may die, man. Seriously. He can die from that. You know? Crazy, man. Crazy. You can't take a punch like you used to, no way. Oh, yeah, absolutely not, dude. Not a chance. Not a chance at all. Like, there ain't no way. Like, there's just no way. You know? You just gotta walk forward and do nothing. I mean, he's gotta try roll under punches. You just gotta get caught, man. He's just find a guy that's so much bigger and more skilled than him. You know? Like, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna work out for him. It's just not. You know? His punch resistance is so short. He got hurt in his last fight against Pulev, dude, with an uppercut. Like, I don't know, man. What's it with these guys and uppercuts, dude? I swear. Like, they legit don't even... Shit, I don't know, dude. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. I like Chisora over White. I agree. I feel the same way, Mike. Because Chisora don't sugarcoat. Yeah, he, win, lose, or draw, it's just, he says it how it is, and that's it, you know? He doesn't sugarcoat it. I think he acts like an idiot sometimes. He says things that are a bit stupid, but apart, and I feel like he used to be a lot better when he was younger, in my opinion. You know, just from looking at the tape. But, I thought he beat White the first time. The second time I had him winning, but he got knocked out. They called Dillian White Chisora 2.0, but he doesn't even have a style like Chisora. He tries to box Dillian. He tries to be slick with it. It's not happening. You know what I mean? Like, it's not happening. There's just no way. So, I mean, you know, Chisora, he's got to go in there. I don't think he thinks he can win, in my opinion, against Fury. I'd love for him to win. It would be so great. It couldn't happen to a better person in that instance. If he just lands one shot and fucking, like, knocks him out or, you know, whatever. But yeah, you getting blocked. We got a little bot in the chat. Hold on a minute. Whoo, man, these bots, they find their way anywhere, dude. Watcher got you on site. See ya. Both of their overhand rights were good, but I don't know what happened. Maybe because they don't set them up. I think Chisora's his overhand was actually worse back in the day. It's actually got a little bit better. But as of recent, he sets it up. Chisora's set up to the overhand. It comes from jab to the body, and then overhand right, or fake to the body, overhand right. That's usually his setup. He rarely will, like, do a double jab overhand right, or like a left hook overhand right. He won't really do that. Dillian, for me, he hurts his shoulder when he throws overhands, because he throws them like, I don't know, dude. He just throws them like wild and reckless. Chisora does, but the way his knuckle turns over and his elbow cork, it's a bit more technical, believe it or not. Whereas Dillian, Dillian's better off throwing it straight. He has longer arms, so if he tucks the elbow and he throws it and turns his hip and his body into it, he could probably develop more power that way, but he decides to go overhand for some reason. You know, he just wings it. He was doing it in the Fury fight. Even Chisora said in the Takam fight, when he threw the overhand against Takam 2 times, his shoulder cocked up. Like, he did his shoulder. Like, he had to put ice on it after. Because these guys, they load up way too much. They're trying to kill the guy with one shot. If they actually set their shots up, they'll find that they'll actually land. Or if they don't land, they'll get closer to landing. Which means you can follow up with other shots. You know what I mean? So, that's something that they need to like be taught on. But I don't think these either when they get in the ring, it may go out the window, or they're not trained properly. It's just gotta. You gotta make it work. So, if you miss one, you can come back with another or do a defensive maneuver. And that's the other thing. Their defense isn't great. I feel like Chizore's got better head movement. He has a better cross guard, but he doesn't use it anymore for some reason. I don't know why. And he doesn't use it properly like how he used to. He doesn't use his high guard anymore like he used to. But let me see. White, like I hope it hits praying. That's what he was doing. And like, dude, a good example is like that. Those two Povetkin fights, dude. He was just swinging, hoping it would land, man. And like it landed, but at what cost? I mean, he said before the fight he had a hamstring injury, right? And I was like, I think he said before the fight, maybe not, but I think he said before the fight he had a hamstring injury. But then he also said, what did he say? He also said, no, but during the fight, it looked like he pulled a muscle because he's swinging like an idiot. And his muscles are contracting in such a way where they get a tear or something. So I don't believe that shit. I think he heard it during the fight because he was swinging like an idiot. White goes to Spain to train with who? I guess to Portugal, I think. Yeah. He's with Buddy McGirt now, I think. Because he fired that Xavier Miller guy. I warned people about Xavier Miller. I said he's a shit trainer. No offense, but he's no good. At least no good for Dillian. I'll be fair with it there, but I mean, what are we talking about? Like, you go to seek these guys out, right? You seek these guys out, and you want to learn new things. I mean, what new things are you going to learn now? How to throw a double left hook? His best bet is to cut all this weight down, because this is the thing with these guys, man. Like, Dillian, like, during, like, the Povetkin fight and, like, the Rivas fight, he was like, oh, I gotta cut weight, man. Like, dude, if you're a heavyweight and you're saying that you gotta cut weight, there's a problem. Okay? Because, like, this guy comes in at, like, 255 or more during his fights, or, like, 254. That's way too fucking heavy, man. He's way too heavy. He's fat when he gets in there. You can't be cutting weight. Like, cutting weight, like, how, like, fighters, like, lightweights, featherweights, welterweights, middleweights, light heavyweights, super middleweights, bantamweights, like, a lot of those guys are angry at the weigh-ins because they're deprived of their water, they're dehydrated, this and that. So that's why the face-offs are usually fiery, sometimes anyway. So, they do that, right? And then they're angry, right? Why do you think Dillian is so angry during fight week? Because he feels like he's had to cut weight when he doesn't need to. If you just train properly, and if you train your cardio, get your stamina up, get your endurance up, right? Get some of your short distance energy up, like sprinting, short actions, right? You'll be in shape. That's just the science of it. It's common sense as well. I just don't know why these guys decide to go about it this way, man. I don't know. Like, you as a heavyweight do not need to cut weight. There's no limit. As long as you're over 200 pounds or 90-something kilos, you're good. You ain't a cruiserweight or anything. You ain't a that other weight division, not light heavyweight, bridgerweight, even though that's only one organization for now. But you know what I mean? Let me read this comment. Give me a sec. Jeez. Yeah, he is. Then AJ comes out and say, I want to expand my trainers. And remember, I've been saying bring someone else in or come over here for a while. I think, like, Emmanuel Stewart would have been good if he was still around. Remember, not one train, just because one trainer is sweet for one guy. Like, a good example is Derek James, right? Just because Derek James is good for Spence, it doesn't mean he's going to be good for someone else. And that's why I say, like, when I say a trainer's shit, I don't really say they're shit overall. I say they're shit for a certain guy. But there are some trainers that are just shit. Like, for example, I don't think Robert Garcia is a good coach for AJ. I'm actually surprised AJ didn't look as bad with Robert Garcia. I do see he picked some things up from Garcia, you know, with the front foot a bit and with the combinations to the body. I think they got that from Garcia, because that Angel Fernandez guy is whack. I don't think he's a good coach, period. Like, that's one of the guys who I think is not good at all. I think McCracken was good. I think maybe... I don't know about Ronnie Shields, man. I don't know about Ronnie Shields. But there's a couple other guys over there. There's a couple other guys over there that I think... they're not quite in the limelight. They, like, don't coach at world level. I think they would be good for AJ, though. Because a lot of those guys, you know, they're hidden gems over there. I don't quite know their names, but I've seen them, and they're good trainers. Some are in New York, some are in LA, some are in Florida. You know, it's just what it is. But again, all these trainers, man, you gotta pay them so much, dude. They want so much money. I think White says he needs to cut weight because, like he said, he's not working hard enough in the gym or not doing the right things. Like, I'm not a camera, or I'm not a hidden camera in the gym. I'm not like a guy in the gym with him, so I can't say like everything he's doing is wrong. But dude, you look at how the fight is, and look, I get it, right? Adrenaline dump, this and that, but come on. I mean, when you've been doing it for this long, you can't be sitting up here just everything going out the window. Like, you got to have some composure. So what that tells me is that the guy doesn't really work hard in the gym like he says. Like, he just lifts weights, man. He just lifts weights. I mean, you see him all the fucking time, dude. I don't know what he needs to weightlift for. He's already strong. And then even in some of these fights, he's getting manhandled, so it's like, what's really going on? Are you lifting fake weights or something? It really makes you wonder, man. Like, just run. Like, this guy's got to run and do cardio. Do push-ups. You know, do ab work. Stop lifting all these weights, man. It's not going to help. Like, don't want to lift all these weights up, dude. Like, for what? You want to lift weights up. Even Chisora. Too many weights for that guy, man. He lifts way too many weights. Too many weights, dude. I'm telling you. You know, he doesn't work hard in the gym. So then, about 2 or 3 weeks out, he's cutting weight. It's not good. You know? You can't be doing that. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Damn, man. But yeah, man, it's a pretty whack way to go about things, honestly. You know? You gotta win, dude. You gotta train and win. You gotta win, and win. You know? If you lose and actually put up effort, that's different. You know? That's a little bit different. But still. Got a cough going here. Oh my goodness. Just give me a sec. I need to get a drink. I'm coughing like Dylan coughing after doing 30 meters of running. Shit, man. Alright, I'm back. There is no way he works hard in the gym. No way. I don't believe it. Hypothetically speaking, I think Dillian turns up, he skips for like 3 minutes, barely shadow boxes. Like, his shadow boxing is terrible. And that's a big thing. Because shadow boxing is so important. It's probably one of the most important things to do. In sparring, he spars all these guys who are shit. And he tries to beat them up every time, just about. He hits the pads and does those stupid pad drills, right? And then he fucking lifts weights. And then, worst thing of all, he gets outrun by a guy with one leg. We've seen that video. God bless the guy that's got the missing leg. But, I mean, Dillian can't be getting outrun by that guy. There's no way, dude. There's no way. But Franklin does have an uppercut in his arsenal. If he can disguise it, if he can jab with it, and if he can throw it on the inside and throw it at mid-range, mid-range is a bit more risky, but it depends on his positioning. But if he can actually get on the inside and throw that uppercut, you know, that's a bit different, you know? Like, he can actually get something done there with the uppercut. You know? That would actually be a good thing to see, you know? I mean, that would be four losses for Dillian, dude. Shit. You know? But Franklin, he loads up, dude. What Franklin tries to do is he tries to accommodate distance with speed. So he tries to throw fast to cut distance, or just in general to land a big overhand. Because the overhand, he has an uppercut, but he needs to turn the knuckle a bit more, Franklin does. And he needs to keep his hands up more, man. If he keeps his hands up, he'll be able to take Dillian's shots. I'm telling you, dude. He'll be able to take it. But it's not just about keeping your hands up. You got to position them. You got to adjust as you go along. You got to hold them tight. Povetkin had gout. I mean, I don't know what went on with that guy, man. Yeah, I know he had COVID. I think that did some damage. No doubt. You know, I think that did some damage to him. You know? For sure. This is a race. I don't want to do that one. But yeah, I mean, get in shape. I mean, these guys, like Ken Norton had no problem getting in shape because the guy would just train for endurance. Same with Joe Frazier. You know? And these guys, well, it's not just about that as well. You got to breathe, man. And that just tells me these guys are a bit nervous in there. They're a bit scary in there, man. Like, I mean scared, because scary is also a term that's used, but like, I swear, Dillian, like, is afraid to lose, dude. So, like, he tries to get the guy out of there early. And then when it goes long, the cardio goes to shit. And these guys, most of them got a big upper half compared to their bottom half. But Dillian, he works his legs out too. Or at least he used to work them out. The problem with that is, like, when you actually do get dropped, when you do get hurt and your legs stiffen up, the muscles will actually be a bit more inclined to retract. So there's more stiffness there because there's a bit more muscle. There's a bit more blood flow that's being kind of, the nerves that they constrict a bit more. You know? That's a real, that can happen. You know? Give me a sec with this. Like, why all of a sudden Franklin now? Because he thinks it's an easy touch, Mike. He really doesn't want to fight guys that are, like, are at a risk. Like, if you go through it, right? Like, look, AJ fight, like, he beat him in the amateurs, so he thought he could beat him, right? Yeah, he hurt AJ, but AJ recovered, right? Now, everyone says AJ is a bad chin, and I don't think AJ can take a punch either, right? And see what, though? AJ can take a better punch than Dillian. Because he ate Dillian's best shot in that fight at a good range as well. That's where Dillian wanted to hit him, right? But AJ's best punch is the uppercut. I'll probably say it's the uppercut. Maybe the straight right is his best punch because he does throw a good straight right. Probably not as good as he once did it, but He couldn't take AJ's best punch, right? So then he fights some bums, right? Then he struggles against Chisora, right? Then he fights fucking Malcolm Tan in front of like 3 people in the US on that top rank event. He was like beyond the prelims. He was like early prelims or something, right? Then he fights Hellenius, where he gets hurt in that fight a couple times early on. And then he couldn't get Hellenius out of there. Hellenius barely threw punches the rest of the fight, dude. He barely threw punches. He then knocks out Lucas Brown, who's a bum. He then fought Parker, which I think is his best win. Maybe that one or the Rivas fight. But he struggled in that fight and he looked tired, right? Then he fought Chisora. He was losing that fight. That was actually the best Dillian looked in my opinion, right? But he looked alright in that fight, but he's still losing. Then he fought Rivas. He cheated there. And he looked like shit in that fight. Then he fought Marius Vark. He came in at 273 pounds. He looked like crap in that fight. Then he went for Povetkin. He was winning, but he got tired and he also got knocked out. Then he fought Povetkin again and he won. Then he fought Fury and he was crap in that. And now he's fighting Franklin. And he's fighting Franklin because he knows he could probably beat him. Look at all the American dudes that Dillian's fought. He fought Malcolm Tan, right? And that's it. And now he's fighting Franklin. Now he's saying, look, dude, Franklin's not been that active either. He wasn't in shape his last fight, and he's still very raw, and he's got a lot to learn. Now, he's not 30 years old, Franklin. He's young. But, I mean, he's sparring with Fury. I mean, I just don't see Franklin doing it. Unless he looks good early on. If he looks good early on and he's in shape, then he can win the fight. Because it doesn't take a lot to hurt Dillian. It really doesn't. You know? It really doesn't. I'm telling you. It doesn't. But he's picking Franklin because he's got his ass whooped by Fury. So he's trying to look for an easy fight. And if he can't win this fight, then, I mean, it's a bust, man. Really. You know? It's just ridiculous, man. Seriously, I mean, you know, I heard him mentioning some other guys' names. He wants to fight them. He's calling those guys a fraud. If they're a fraud, then what are you? You literally conned the whole fan base into thinking, you know, certain things. You know? Like, come on. He better look good this fight, Dylan, because I'm telling you, this is a cherry pick. This is a cherry pick. I don't care. This is a cherry pick. You know? This is a cherry pick. But Franklin's quick, and Dylan struggles with guys that are quick, so, you know, you can kind of turn more of a percent in terms of Franklin winning, you know, in his favor a little more. But like I said, Franklin's got to stay off the ropes as well. He's got a bad habit of sticking on the ropes. Dylan's also got a bad habit of sticking on the ropes. But Franklin just needs to make sure those hands are up. He needs to be rolling. Franklin's very good at slipping punches. I'll give him that. He's very good at slipping punches. He's also very confident in the ring, I find. But like I said, I just think that... I do want Franklin to win. But he's just got to make sure that he can put it together, you know, and that's that, you know. Oh, you're just saying it's weird? No, I'm just saying it's weird. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Mike. I pretty much, I thought that anyway in the first place. It's like, really? You're fighting this guy now? Like, that's weird. That's what I thought when I saw it, you know. Remember they be bringing up his name for years? Who, the fans? Bringing up Dillian's name? Oh, sorry. No, they were bringing up Franklin's name, yeah. They were bringing up his name. If that's what you mean, they were bringing up Franklin's name. Because I remember in 2021, they were trying to get him to fight him. Whatever. Or some arrangement like that, you know. Gotta charge this up. going to be interesting to see, you know, depending on how many rounds go by. I want to listen to what Buddy McGirt says. Because I don't think Buddy McGirt's all that, man. I really don't. Actually, you know what? Actually, I was going to say... You know what? If Roger Mayweather was White's my favorite fighter, if he actually was a good fighter and he actually I don't really have a favorite fighter anymore anyway, so that's kind of out the window. But what do you call it? Man, when I talk about Dillian White, I get passionate about it because I see the shit, dude. Like the guy could have got better. And, like, see, if he looks good this fight, then it's like, okay, well, he fought Franklin, so what are we getting from that? Franklin's just not all that. But if Franklin looks good in this fight, then I'm like, okay, cool. How interesting would it be, though, if Franklin wins this fight and he fights AJ? And if Franklin actually looks good against Dillian, then that's a fight we can talk about. Then it's like, oh, wow, well, maybe Franklin and AJ is actually a good fight. Because Franklin actually does this stuff good. He's got this skill set. He's fit, right? You know, he's got this, and that. AJ's coming off this, so let's see if he, you know, they do it. You know, and if they do that fight in Wembley, or the O2, I'm sure Franklin may get a bigger bag. You know, it can turn out good for Franklin. You know, that would be interesting. You know? That would actually be interesting. To be honest, that would be what the... Actually, AJ's fought a few Americans, but, you know... Kevin Johnson, I mean, you can't really count that, can you? It's Kevin Johnson, you know? What's my favorite fighter? Oh, man. I used to like Dillian, man, believe it or not. I used to really like that guy, but... Nah, dude. Not anymore, dude. I mean, that's one and done. That guy just runs his mouth too much, dude. He just worries about the wrong stuff, I'm telling you. Worries about the wrong shit, dude. The wrong shit. Like, there ain't no way, dude. I'm fronting for that guy. Not a chance. Not at all. No way, Jose. No way. Let me see this. 1690. Just trying to see. Laugh my ass off, you sure? I'm pretty sure Dillian's not my favorite fighter. I can't stand the dude. F that dude. I don't like him at all. I can't stand him. To be honest, dude, I don't like a lot of fighters. I mean, if you were to pull a list... I know you're just playing. Yeah, I know. But if you were to pull a list out of, like, for example, heavyweights, I barely like any heavyweight. Like, I can't stand Joe Joyce. Like, fuck that dude. He runs his mouth. He's going to get knocked out soon. Again. Hrgovic. I mean, look at Hrgovic. He's very quiet after that last fight he had. Because he got beat up all around the ring for a few rounds. I thought he lost that fight. The thing is, that other guy wasn't in shape. Zhang wasn't in shape. So we couldn't finish the job. He basically turned his back, Hrgovic. Why would I like someone that does that? You can't turn your back in a fight. There ain't no way you turn a back in a fight. Not when you're 6'5" and 240 pounds. No, sir. And now they're saying, like, look at Eddie Hearn, right? He's like, oh, the IBF have ordered, Hrgovic to face Usyk. Like, dude, Hrgovic ain't beating Usyk, dude. Usyk gotta beat his ass. You gotta stop him, man. Either that or you just gotta outpoint him on an extremely wide decision. Hrgovic will win one round in that whole fight, and that will be the first round, dude. That will be it. Heavyweight's just whack at the end of the day, dude. Straight up. I do not play when I say that. Not at all. Not one bit. Not one bit at all. I mean, that's just what it is. say like AJ, dude. AJ got to sort it out, man, because he's in a bad spot right now, in my opinion. I don't think he's dealing with that last fight very well, in my opinion. I like AJ, so I want the best for him, but at the same time, like you can't be so like. You can't just fold mentally when it comes to like certain people around you. You know what I mean? Shit is ridiculous. But they'll probably make the White rematch. That's the most likely outcome. You know? They'll do that at Wembley or wherever. You know, and then AJ will sell out again, as they say, you know. Heard that narrative so many times. You know. What else? Haney, Loma, I've heard about that. What else? What am I talking about? Crawford Spence, that's being a dead horse at that point. What else? Bivol won that fight. I knew Bivol would win that fight against Zerda. I mean, that was just that was a given. For me personally, you know, Zerda didn't do shit really, so it is what it is. You know, we don't know what Canelo's going to do next. Well, I don't know anyway, so. You know, that's up for grabs. You know, I think they're saying Bivol rematch or something. I don't know, something like that. Hey Mike, did you see the UFC on the weekend? Adesanya lost. That's another guy that refuses to get better, actually. I was about to say it before. That was on my mind before. That's another guy that refuses to get better. How can you be that big and not use the jab? I mean, seriously, dude. And the guy hits hard enough to make the jab honest on someone, so it's like, what are you waiting for? And then what does he do? He sits on the cage, trying to play it safe, and he gets hit with fucking like 2 right hands in a row. And then, with the left hook. I mean, these guys, man, they just... I don't know, dude. Nah, I fell asleep, but I saw his butt whooping, yeah. He almost had the guy out in the first, man. These guys, man, they don't know how to finish a fight, dude. You go in the next round, piece it up, set it up again, like you did in the first, and then you get the finish. It ain't rocket science, dude. These guys have been doing it at a higher level than me. Shit. And they got the physical advantages to do it. They got the physical ability to do it. So it's not as if like, you know, I mean, that Fajeda guy, he's good, but like he's slow and he was limited, dude. And like, and then he had the audacity to say that it was an early stoppage. Dude, you were looking at the floor and you were barely slipping under punches. Like, I don't get it, dude. And then, as well, he kicked the guy's leg. And, what do you call it? Fucking, he then fell over and did like a rollover. Like, come on, dude. Like, this is amateur shit. Like, dude, in kickboxing, you check the leg kick and then you go about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. And then in the clinch, he was doing horrible. Like, you can't just tie up and do nothing. Like, you gotta tie up. And then he was going for takedowns as well. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what he was trying to do in that fight, man. Like, he was trying to, like, show how good he was. Sometimes you don't need to show how good you are. Like, dude, if you need to wrestle against another striker, I mean, that's saying a lot, dude. That's when you know shit is hitting the fan. Because Israel was getting hit hard after that first round, when he hurt the guy. So, I mean, you know, shit, man. And then I saw Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. I mean, that went the way I exactly thought it would go. Except I thought Poirier would knock him out. Instead, Chandler got submitted. Chandler's one of the guys that he could be every fight he's lost, he could have easily won. But he exerts so much energy in that first round that he gets tired, man. He gasses out. Another guy that just gasses out. I feel like guys just try to land one massive shot and then follow up. Like, it's all well and good if that happens, but like, you gotta have some reserve, man. You gotta have some energy. You know? You gotta have some energy with it, dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Oh my god, dude. This internet, man, it's tripping out. Just testing something out here. But yeah, even the UFC is not... Like, I want to see John Jones come back. Like, me and TS Boxing, we've been talking about that for the longest while. I mean, you know, I want to see Jones come back. You know, I want to see him perform, because he's like one of the few guys that I really enjoy seeing, like, perform, you know. But usually when certain guys go out for a long time, you don't know if they're the same, you know. It's that activity. You know, that's what really makes you question it, you know. Let me see this. Alright, do that, do this. If you guys got anything else to say, feel free. Otherwise, I'll just wrap it up. I've actually gone over the time I thought I'd be on live today. I've gone for an hour and 45 almost. That's actually alright. You know? It's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm just not very active on the channel, you know? Like, if I could go live for the Dillian fight, I'd probably do that. That would be fun. Just to kind of get back into the swing of that. That is one thing I will say, like, you know, if it's an interesting fight and I have a lot to say on it, I'll do a live stream, you know, like a commentary on the actual fight, you know. I wonder if Jones going to get in trouble before his next fight. Oh, dude, I hope not. I really hope that's all behind him. You can't be hitting pregnant women in the car, dude. Can't be doing that. I mean, the guy, look, dude, he smokes weed, like, a lot as well. So, like, I don't know why he does that. That's his business. He can do what he wants. But I'm just saying, don't complain about fatigue when you're doing that, because he is one of the... Skill set wise, he's one of the best fighters to ever do MMA. Like ever. I do have GSP as my GOAT. Like, the greatest. You know, the best to ever do it. Because, you know, everything was pretty much down the middle. It was pretty much like, you know, it was pretty good. But I hope Jones doesn't pop for anything, dude. Because, like, I don't know, dude. Like, steroids, I mean, damn, dude. Like, he told on himself. Like, he did that interview back in 2017. He was like, I beat him when I wasn't or not on steroids. And then he kind of mumbled it. And he's like, and I can beat him anyway without steroids. Like, he told on himself. Just right there. You know? But that's not the only clip. Like, it was actually in his system. Unless you talk to Eddie Hearn, you know, it's a trace amount, or it's a contamination, or it's not VADA or whatever, you know, all that bullshit with Conor Benn, you know. That's whatever to me, you know. I don't give a shit about that. check Twitter. See what's on Twitter. Twitter's a funny place, isn't it? It's a funny part of the world. Fucking Twitter, dude. I see some of the stupidest shit on there sometimes. I have my fair share of tweets here and there, but overall, I'm not interested. Alright, Errol posted something. He restored something? An engine or something? There you go. I doubt he did it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. The England fans in Qatar, that's nuts. Oh, the World Cup's coming up. That's good as well. I'm really excited for the World Cup, dude. I don't know about anyone else, but I really hope, dude, fucking we get a win at least.
I knocked you out with in front of 80,000 at Wembley when I landed on the mandible section of the cranium, rendering you unconscious momentarily. It came from nowhere. It's not like I thought I'm going to throw a check put right hand and flatten it. It was just like a little fade. Then I'll try that, boom, and it just connected.
I actually miss Carl Froch fighting a bit. Janabek, yeah, he's a hype job. Oh, dude. Man. Everyone's just speaking on... Oh my god, dude. I'm not even going to watch that. This Anthony Taylor is so bad, dude. They say your boy Kinahan hiding in Qatar now. Oh, yeah, no doubt, probably. Anthony Taylor said, damn, it sucks being single. I need a woman who wants to travel and see the world with me. I need a solid woman. Mate, you behave like a 14-year-old. Like, come on. That guy's an idiot, dude. But hey, at least he's making money. He done more than me in the sport. Fucking Mike Montero is an absolute fucking clown. Simon Jordan. I think Jerome Boots is going to get knocked out soon. They have a new glove design for the UFC. Shit. Kayla Plant's a dork. Clarissa Shields. We've got Clarissa Shields here. She's doing a little interview. People are still complaining over the GSP and Hendricks. Come on, dude. Shit. Yeah, Mike, you're on that Daniel Kinahan stuff for sure. You're like, you know, you follow that much more than I do. I just see posts, dude. I don't really comment on stuff like that because I don't really know too much about it. You know. But it sure is conspicuous, to say the least, you know. That Mike Montero guy is boo-boo. Yeah, actually, I'm not going to, reveal too much about, what do you call it, about Mike, but apparently there was a post he made, or I think it was a fake account personally, but there was a post made a few years ago of him saying something, so I'm not going to really go into that, because it's either him or it's a fake account. I think it's a fake account, but yeah, it was not a good look, that's for sure, you know. Not a good look. Oh, Mike, in case you didn't know, I actually saw Haney versus Gambosos 2, the rematch here in Melbourne. I actually went to the fight. Haney definitely looks different in person than on TV. I will say he's improved. Haney's improved. I'm telling you, dude, there's just some technical stuff, though, that he needs to... People keep making excuses for, like, his power, right? Like, I don't care if he hits hard or not, right? But, listen. The guy's much bigger than a lot of the people at that weight class, and he's very athletic, right? Especially his top half. His mistake when he he throws right hands to, like, land on you, not to go through you. And when you aim to go through someone, you're not necessarily loading up. So if he actually just throws it shorter, but he doesn't need to turn his leg into it. He just needs to turn his hip and his torso. Because when you turn your legs, sometimes the power actually goes out the back door there. And then, if you want to do a defensive maneuver after, it's very hard to. Because he goes for that dip to the side. He really goes for that dip to the side where he goes under the waist. Hold on a minute. I gotta check this. Alright, phone's good. They try and say he goes to Zimbabwe and open up shop, but them Africans blasted him on the internet. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's no good. Zimbabwe, dude. Jeez. Oh, yeah, you went to the fight, you enjoy yourself, or should I say behave? I did both. I had guys next to me. Some guys didn't like George, dude. They were like, go back to Western Sydney, George. They were like, teasing him. George came out that first round, jumping all over the place, trying to switch stance. And I said to the person I was with, I said, listen, he's going to get tired in the next 2 rounds. And that's what happened. And he got his ass beat for the rest of the fight. That's what happened. But yeah, I mean, there were all the Greek fans. There were a few Greek fans there, but I saw Lorenzo Simpson there as well. I saw Bill Haney there training him, and Lorenzo won the fight, but he didn't throw enough punches, man. Like, he needs to throw way more punches, I'm telling you. Like, he just waits too long, and I don't think he can fight on the inside. You gotta know how to do it all, man. You gotta know how to do it all. Bob Aaron hopes to televise Haney. Yeah, I saw that before, not on pay-per-view. Well, they didn't make a pay-per-view for these 2 Gambosos fights, I believe. I think Haney will beat Loma up, dude. He'll just jab him, he'll just bop him all over the place, dude. He'll just box him up all over the place. He's much bigger, he's quicker, he's got good timing, he's a good counter puncher. Like, Loma's gonna have to just turn the clock back to win, dude. In my opinion. But yeah, they're not putting that on pay-per-view. I don't think that would even do good numbers. I don't really care about that sort of stuff, but I'm just saying, just for reference. That's just what it is, It was actually in a smaller arena, the fight, so I was able to see the ring pretty good. Guy just got tickets, and he's like, "You want to come?" And I'm like, "Sure, well, I guess so. I'll tag along." I saw some really bad knockouts on that card. When I say bad, I mean in terms of the coaches, like Eugene Behrman, the guy that trains Israel Adesanya. Like, dude, he can't coach boxing, dude. Like, all this fucking guys lost in that card. Like, he's got to get someone hurt bad. Straight up. It's just ridiculous. Fucking Jared Anderson. Man, that guy is nothing, dude. That guy is ridiculous. I don't like that guy at all, and I think he's shit. Got no defense whatsoever, dude. None. No bueno on defense. No bueno. Throwing damn slap punches. Damn, this rain's coming down heavy. Coming down heavy, man. Heavy. Let me just check this. What else someone's bringing up? Man, everyone's just talking about fucking Bud, man. It's crazy. How can people even be bothered? Let me hear this.
Cheated. He won the fights. And if you... I mean, bruh, the dude's so talented, he could have won the fights anyway. The first time we fought, 2015, 7 years ago, he beats me. He gets suspended for the first day. Next time, steroid. Fail. Next time, steroids. Fail. It's easy for him to say that water under the bridge. But for me, it's like, man, you did some stuff to my career that never let me settle, because now I don't know. It's like, I can know through the fights that, yeah, man, maybe this dude was just better than me. But I also know that if you're not doing the things that aren't boosting you, can you really work to the level that I'm working? You cheated. You won.
That's a good point. I was just listening to some Daniel Cormier stuff there. Just talking about John Jones a bit. So yeah, but I think I'll wrap it up, people. Thanks for those that tuned in. The stream definitely went in a sort of different direction after my initial point, but yeah, man. I'll be seeing you guys around. Maybe next week I'll do a commentary again. It's over a week, so you know. I'll see how that all goes, how that all plays out. But hope you guys stay well, man, in that crazy world out there. And what do you say, Mike? Stay sucker free. That's your line that you use. I'm not taking that. So you know, it's all good, man. Peace out.